There is a kind of creature in the world that has been discovered by a few people but has not been confirmed to exist. We call this kind of creature unidentified mysterious animal, or UMA for short. Hello everyone, welcome to the UMA series of videos. This issue will share with you the mysterious creature Arachnophobia from Africa. Arachnophobia, also known as the Congo Giant Spider. The name comes from an indigenous tribe in Congo. It is usually described as a giant, venomous arachnid with a foot span of more than 5 feet, equivalent to the height of a human. They weave large webs between trees and even chase passing animals, causing them to escape into the spider web trap and then kill them. There are records of sightings of this creature. The earliest record can be traced back to the diary of a British missionary named Arthur John Sims in the late 19th century. In 1890, Sims and several porters were passing by Lake Malawi in Uganda, Africa, when they found a huge web spread between 2 large trees. 2 of the workers were curious and went forward to check it out, but they were accidentally entangled in the web and could not get rid of it. Then a giant spider with 2 legs spanning 4 feet long crawled out of the woods and bit the 2 people. Sims hurriedly urged everyone to drive away the spiders with pistols, but the 2 workers showed symptoms of poisoning. Their faces turned pale, their wounds swollen and feverish, and finally they became unconscious and died soon. The second famous sighting occurred in 1938, when Reginald Lloyd and his wife were driving through the Congo Basin. When they passed a remote area, they suddenly saw a big cat crossing the road. They were so scared that they stopped the car immediately. But when they looked closely at the creature, they found that it was not a big cat, but a giant spider. According to their description, the spider was 4 to 5 feet wide, which was beyond their cognition. This incident was eventually recorded by cryptozoologist George Eberhardt in his Guide to Cryptozoology. During the following World War II, there were many sightings of this giant spider. In 1942, an Australian soldier said, "On the Kokoda Trail, a black spider as big as a dog was encountered, coiled in a web 30 feet in diameter. To overcome his fear, the soldier killed the spider with a machete." Later, American and Vietnamese soldiers reported encounters with giant spiders. Sightings of this creature have increased in Uganda, Vietnam, Venezuela, the Amazon, Canada, the United Kingdom, and the United States. Today, in the 21st century, we still receive news about his sightings from all over the world. In 2001, the Baka tribe in Cameroon reported that Arachnophobia was found in the same year as the Nottingham Stone Bridge in the UK. In 2010, many people in the Dakota Hills witnessed a 10-foot wide spider crossing the road, etc. It was not until 2013 that a video on YouTube claimed that Arachnophobia was captured by a night vision camera near a puddle in Mozambique. Many people on the internet think it looks like a spider. Next, adjust the contrast and slow down the video. Everyone, please observe carefully. Due to the problem of video clarity, the author thinks it does not look like a spider. I don't know what you think in front of the screen. We can see the image of this giant spider in various movies and TV series, such as Alagog in Harry Potter, Sylov in The Lord of the Rings, and the spider monster Scylla that appears many times in King of the Monsters, etc. There are many speculations about this creature. Some local media in Africa call it an ancient species that survived by chance thanks to the high-quality environment of the Congo Basin. Some say it is a fictional creature created by Western explorers after exaggeration. So does this giant spider really exist? There is a theory that the so-called giant spider is actually a terrestrial crab, the coconut crab, but this is not reliable. First of all, coconut crabs cannot weave webs, and secondly, their movement speeds can be said to be very different. Cryptozoologist William Gibbons once went to Africa to investigate another famous UMA, Mokele Lumbembe. I will make a separate video about this creature in the future. During Gibbons' 3rd African expedition, he met the natives of Central Africa. According to their description, there is indeed a giant spider in the area called Arachnophobia. They have a foot span of up to 5 feet, are brown in color, have purple markings on their abdomens, and are highly poisonous. Their eggs are pale white and the size of peanuts. Adult Jaba furphy can prey on antelopes, large birds, and even humans. They also said that this spider was very common in the past, but now it has disappeared due to serious deforestation. According to Gibbons, many people throughout Africa, especially in the Congo region, have seen this large spider, and even if they have not seen it, they still believe in its existence. However, some scholars believe that a giant spider like Jaba furphy cannot exist at all. According to the Guinness World Records, the largest spider discovered so far is a Goliath bird-eating spider found in Venezuela in 1965. Its leg span is 28 centimeters, which is larger than an ordinary dinner plate, but it is still far from the legendary Jaba furphy. Many scholars have argued that this is the largest size a spider can reach. Spider systematist Wayne Madison pointed out that the size of an organism is related to its structure, such as arthropods such as spiders. All have exoskeletal structures to support their bodies. If they get too large, the exoskeleton becomes too heavy, making it difficult to move. This also explains why the largest arthropods live in the ocean, because the buoyancy of the water helps them support their bodies. There is another argument. Rod Crawford, curator of the Seattle Museum of Art, believes that it is the respiratory system that restricts the size of spiders. Spiders use ducts and 2 pairs of lungs to exchange gases. Even if the organs are large, the respiratory efficiency is far less than that of mammals of the same size. And the blood at the same time will also reduce the conversion of oxygen, so unless its respiratory system is completely evolved. Otherwise, the huge size would make it incapable of moving. But we must know that there is a great deal of uncertainty in explaining unknown creatures from the perspective of structure and mechanics. As early as the beginning of the 20th century, scholars proved through the laws of aerodynamics that bumblebees are too fat and their wings are too small to fly. But in fact, they can fly 300 meters in 1 minute by lateral vibration of their wings. There is also scientific evidence that the amount of food a kangaroo eats is related to its own weight. It cannot support the energy consumed by jumping every day, so it should not exist. In fact, the kangaroo's hind limbs have well-developed tendons, which tighten and relax alternately when jumping, similar to the principle of springs, which can greatly save energy. So the author believes that spiders may be able to exceed their size limit. The Congo Basin, where Jaba furphy is prevalent, is the world's second-largest tropical rainforest organism with an extremely rich population, and is known as the largest species gene bank on Earth. There are countless endangered species left here, and it is inevitable that there are new species that have not been discovered and defined. After all, more than 71 new spider species were defined in 2019 alone. It is also possible that species from ancient times have evolved and survived in the excellent environment of the Congo Basin, because in addition to Jaba furphy, there are rumors of mysterious creatures such as living dinosaurs and flying beasts in Congo. These giants may seem like a joke to us, but the locals believe in them. In fact, the legend of giant spiders has existed since ancient times. In Western mythology, they mostly exist in the form of gods or human-shaped spiders. I won't go into details here. If you are interested, you can search for them yourself. In Japan, they mostly appear in the form of monsters, such as the Ushio ghost Netsuki Tsuchikoji. There are also records of such giant spiders in ancient Mai country. In the southern New Book of Qianyi in the northern Song dynasty, there is a mythical beast called the mountain spider, which is described as being as big as a wheel, and its silk can stop diarrhea. Li Chengzhong of Shufengen in the Qing dynasty also recorded a creature called the Haizhu giant spider, saying that it is as big as chicken silk and as thick as a child's arm. The author thinks that Jaba furphy is very likely a large spider that has evolved successfully, but has not yet been discovered. In the end, the unknown is always greater than the known. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching.